Santiago, thanks for coming in today, man.
Thank you for the chance to be here and share with you about coffee and everything.
It's my pleasure. If you would, please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background. Where are you from? And then after that, we'll talk about how you got to Nosara.
Okay, well, I'm from the outskirts of San Jose. The name
Where was that?
That is called Tibas, the area. So basically a neighborhood. It's just a neighborhood with houses and people. And I grew up in between two coffee farms. So it was one in the back, one in the front. And that was my first time related with coffee. And my grandmother also, he used to give me a lot of coffees when I was a child.
So you grew up smelling coffee and being around coffee like
Yes,
all
correct.
the time?
All the time. Exactly.
And today, that's still the case?
Yes, it's part of my life. Definitely. Yeah.
So we'll talk about your gig. It's barista at Olo Alaia? Is that like your title? Or what is the title?
The title of barista. Barista comes from Italy and is basically the bartender word used there. And people in the culture coffee, they took the word to use it more commonly than bartender. It's separate because, well, already barista is only related with coffee. Nothing about spirits and these kind of things.
Well, I just now started drinking coffee, as you know, and you're helping me get going with coffee. So I'm grateful. And I just remember when I was a kid, coffee tasting so bad. But in Costa Rica, coffee is a really big deal. You literally grew up in between two coffee fields.
Yes.
So as a kid, did you know that you wanted to be what you are now for life? Or did you find and come back to coffee at an older age?
Yeah, when I was a child, I remember that I want to be a fireman or something. Or pilot, but never think about to be barista. That starts probably in San Jose when I was like probably 22 years old. When I'm start to work in a place that is still call it Kalu. There is a restaurant in San Jose. Used to be in a neighborhood that was built actually because the coffee exportations. There was a tax related with the coffee. That's why San Jose built, because it was a tax or a fee coming from the coffee exportations. Then the neighborhood is called Burnam. It was Kalu was start there, and the guy who owns the place, he established the first specialized coffee place in Costa Rica, and that was the beginning of all this thing related with coffee. Yeah, that was 2010. Okay. Actually, the same time the craft brewing company starts. So it was these two things was the best moment, for my opinion, to San Jose. Then start to increase more people doing this kind of thing.
I got you. So it took off from there.
Yes, exactly.
From so from 2010 to today, as we're talking, it's the end of 2019. From 2010 till 2020, what was your story? What were you doing?
Well, then I used to be in the university at that time also. I was doing the both things, like going to the university and then going to work and at night or in the middle of the afternoon. And it was really nice because I'm start to be involved in all these things related with coffee, food, craft beers, and all these kind of things. And then, I basically was linked. I was linked in all these things related with when an amazing barista at that time that is called David Navarro. David Navarro showed me everything about coffee, what is a proper coffee, what is a proper cappuccino, what is an espresso. And I started to drink these things, and I realized probably I was drinking like something really, really bad before.
Interesting. Now, did you drink coffee as a baby?
Probably yes. My mother probably gave me some coffee in there.
Can you explain that? Because for people from different parts of the world, they think that's crazy that a baby is drinking coffee. But in Costa Rica, it's very common.
In Costa Rica, it's very common. Yeah, people drink coffee since they are childs, and that's very common. I think. So
it's part of the culture here, like
it's
from
part
birth
of the
to
culture.
Death.
Yes, exactly. I believe the coffee in Costa Rica is one of the sole things that are really, really authentic. There is like really culture is related with coffee in Costa Rica. The culture is the coffee, and the coffee is the culture in Costa Rica.
So now, fast forward to how did you learn about Nosara, and had you ever been to Nosara prior to coming to work here?
Well, the thing with me and Nosara starts in like probably 1994, because my family was visiting Nosara when I've been child.
Wow.
They're really, really young. And I don't know, at that time it was nothing here. It was like an empty place, basically. But the beach was really nice. I don't know how my father found it, but it was like that. So we all the Christmas times, when, the vacations, my family came here every time. Like,
wow, so you have a very long history with Nosara.
With Nosara, yes. And then but that was like 4 years in the road, and then well, basically, that's the beginning of the history. But then I used to work with the people of Café Diversa. They are in the Escazú.
Oh, okay.
They have a place in Escazú. That's where I started as a barista.
And what year was that?
2013, I believe.
Okay.
I guess, and then well, I'm started just like making like pour overs. There is like a technique, one of the techniques in coffee. Trying different varieties of plants. That was my deal with Café Diversa. Then I'm turning into barista over there. Okay. That was my first time.
So that was an important place for your growth and development, it sounds like.
Yes, I'm starting in Kalu, doing like things related more with an experience, trying to bring to the customers like something that is related with not just a product. It's more with an experience. So music is important in this case, like if you can read something about what you are drinking, these kind of things are super important for me.
That's really interesting.
But then I moved to Café Diversa, and I'm start to be a barista.
So being part of like creating an experience, I've never thought about it that way. Mm-hmm. Like it sounds like something just we'd say in marketing or advertising, but it's not like really authentic. What you're saying is like you want to show people like what they're a part of and what they're partaking in, and to create it mentally, not just in the taste.
Yes.
That's weird, because when you came in today, you brought lots of stuff. That means you want to talk about it and show it. So
yes, for sure.
Now, so you go from Escazú. Did you come straight to Nosara from there?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, basically, yes. I'm not straight, but it was more or less that was the situation.
What year was that?
It was like a guy. He owns a place in El Coco Beach. He stole me from Café Diversa.
Gotcha.
To work in Coco Beach.
How'd that go?
Yeah, and then I started with the espresso machine over there. The name is Gecko Cafe. It's in El Coco Beach. And I'm start to use the espresso machine. Habituate myself to like espresso drinks based on espresso, and then basically that was and then from that place I'm just like work for this guy like a 3 months, excuse me, or something. It was a short time for me, and then I moved to Nosara because a friend of mine, there is called Marco Trejos. He used to be a barista in Cafeteca in Burnam. Mm-hmm. He showed me the Olo Alaia request for a barista, and that place in El Coco Beach was like kind of like close place. So it was just in a hotel. I was working for the hotel, and that was it. It was really close, and
so you couldn't create the experience. It wasn't your whole. You couldn't do everything that you wanted to do there.
Exactly, because it was basically traveling from Liberia to El Coco Beach every time that I was working. So nothing else. Like I thought that when I came to El Coco Beach, it was more like a place where I can meet people and share.
I get you.
And go around, you know.
Well, also you knew Nosara, and I imagine the idea of coming back to Nosara, where your family's been going for Christmas every year since 1994.
Yes,
that was probably exciting.
Exactly, it was like wow, Nosara again. What is gonna happen, you know? And then it was an amazing, like since the beginning was amazing climate. So you know, you can feel it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just want to ask this question before I forget. Mm-hmm. Do you like how Nosara has developed and how it's formed? Like when you came back here, when was that? 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
So in 2017, when you came here full time, were you happy with how Nosara developed, or were you sad? Or tell me what it was like to come back here and see it like it is today.
I'm really happy. Yeah, I'm really happy about the changes that are being happening here. And the new restaurants, there is like the new restaurant there is in the hills in the Nosara is a new thing, and I really believe that these kind of things are increasing our lifestyles here. So increase the people who comes also, and I believe the place is like developing really nice. The climate is amazing every time. Like there's no complaints about climate. So you can feel like really as a really exclusive place here. And I really like that there is like really exclusive. I mean, like, yeah, I can compare also because I've been traveling around the world, like mostly in Europe.
Right.
And you can compare a bit what is in Europe, what is in here. And I feel proud about this place, actually. Yeah, I really feel proud to be here. And yeah, that's pretty much what I feel.
That's exciting to hear, especially you're from Costa Rica, you're Tico. And you've also traveled around the world, and you're saying you like the way this place is coming together. Now, I generally am here all the time. I don't leave very much. I haven't been to Europe. I don't know if I even ever want to go. I'm pretty happy here, but I hear a lot of complaints about Nosara is a big city now. Everything's all messed up. But then to hear you describe it, you're saying this place is doing pretty good.
Yes.
Now, is that because you've seen Jaco and Tamarindo?
Tamarindo, Manuel Antonio,
and all these, is that why
you feel good? Why I feel proud of this place. Just because it's like super different. If you compare with those places like Tamarindo, for example, this is the nearest, or Samara even. You can see the difference. Like this place is really exclusive. Even if the road is bad, I believe if the road is gonna be better, people be more proud as me. Like, but the thing is, the situation is related with the road.
Do you want the road to be paved and have asphalt, or
that's a big question, you know. But could be good or could be bad. I don't know. I believe
it seems like it'll be both for sure.
Both, exactly. Both at the same time. Exactly.
But please keep going. I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I believe that both could be really good because obviously you can get fast from one place to other. But that is important to build all the roads around Tamarindo also and Samara also. You know, it should to be something big. Something when you can go from here to Samara in 30 minutes or 40 minutes or so.
Well, it seems like the comparison for the area around Tamarindo from Santa Cruz out the main road that goes by 26 de Abril that goes to there out to like Junquial and Playa Negra and Abianes.
Yes.
That road was fantastic.
Yes,
it has sidewalks, it has walking areas.
Yes.
It has speed bumps.
Yes.
Like that was an amazing addition. What I'm concerned with about the road is it's not. Well, the benefit obviously is the health of the people without the dust. The dust is the problem.
The dust is a really big problem.
What I'm concerned about with the road is people going too fast.
Yes.
And a lot of people are on bikes and a lot of people are walking. And like, for example, right in front of Organico and Coconut Harry's and the new Welcome Center right there by Cafe Paris, we need speed bumps to slow people down, like Wacos. And it's when people come from like past the Bodhi Tree entrance and just flying down that hill, there's like a bottleneck. We need to slow people down. So I'm concerned about that.
Yes.
But
with a better road could be even worse, you think?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. It will be. So we need to put a speed bump. So I'm trying to talk about it now. But the government says you can't put a speed bump down unless there's a school.
It's true. Yeah, it's so part of it.
We need to change things, because if the road's paved there, we need a speed bump or something to slow things down.
Yes, exactly.
And then also right in front of El Local in the Gardens Hotel, that turn's dangerous. So if people are going really, really fast.
Yes, it's true. It's really it needs a lot of entrance.
For me, that's the negative if the road gets paved.
Yes, it's
but
true.
I do think I know we need for it to be paved because of the respiratory issues for all the people who live on and walk and use the road.
Yes. The dust is terrible.
Complicated situation.
It's a really complicated situation, yeah. But we can like always create something better for the community, you know. We were always got that potential to be something better for the community and like bring like culture. If we bring culture about like, I don't know, these kind of things, obviously that would be better, but we have to push the culture, like to be better persons, to be, you know, be more conscious about the other people, what they are doing, like all these kind of things.
Right.
Childs, women's walking in the streets, obviously that's very important.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned we need to bring better culture. You're bringing culture and experience of coffee, which is a huge part of Costa Rica, and apparently a big part of people's lives. Tell us about what's going on. Is this part of the experience at Olo Alaia?
Yeah, obviously the thing about the experience is like one of my bosses used to like say this example. There is you can drink a bag of tea, right? And you put the cup, the hot water, and put your bag tea. It's not the same if the teas are raw tea, you know, like herbs, and like you can create a mix or a blend of herbs and put in a cup. It's not the same flavor, and it's not the same experience if a geisha holds a kettle and push the water a meter up from the cup, right? So everything could change if something is like if you add something that is not common, that is like not usual. Like, so you can drink something as a product, but you also can drink something like related with an experience. So like, for example, like the case of the geisha, you can hold the kettle and pour the water in your cup, right? So in a place with a ceremony of tea.
It's interesting because I know we're talking about tea and coffee but as I'm listening to you talk, I'm almost hearing like an artist, and now I'm understanding why you also like to paint.
Yes, I really like to paint because obviously it's part of to be like, I really like the handcraft stuffs, like handmade.
I can hear it in your voice, like the way you see and describe things.
Yeah, I really like the like handmade things, like not mass. I don't like the mass things.
Do you play any music?
I used to play guitar, yeah, but then I'm realized that I've been an artist since I'm pretty child, so I'm start to develop more that part of my.
Now you have some of your artwork displayed at Olo Alaia, correct?
Yes, I display some.
And you've had an event or two. How did it go? Like, what did it feel like to have your own event?
The first one was amazing. Yeah, I sold almost everything. It was really nice. I share with the customers, and it was really nice. The experience when I've been like showing my art is kind of weird in my opinion, because like it's hard to when you paint something that is really you know, and you show you to the people, and basically like almost naked, you know, almost naked.
And then you have to use words.
And then you have to use words to describe it, exactly. And sometimes that's hard because, well, the paints are talking by themselves. So when you start to speak about your art, I don't know, it's like it's weird, because sometimes that could change in your mind, you know. So you are talking about something that you did before a long time ago, maybe 1 year ago or something. So it's not the same. It's not the same when you were painting that thing, and then you try to explain now. It's like a long time goes, so it's not the same.
It's really, I'm enjoying this discussion, because when people first meet you, you generally don't talk a lot.
Yes.
What you want to do is let your hands do the talking.
Yes.
I'm making you the best product that I can. I want you to enjoy and experience this. And the words for you are really not that important. And for some people don't understand like how dedicated and focused that you are to like this experience. Like you, I guess everyone's so different.
Yes.
Your commitment is inside of the product, and you're like, this is how I'm communicating with you.
Exactly.
And it's not like, hey guys, how's it going? Come on in, have a seat. Here's this. Like I
can't be that kind of person, to be honest. I believe it was because I was like, my family was like that always. My mother is the same as me. My father is the same as me. So I believe that I'm that kind of person, quiet, shy, probably.
But at the same time, not really.
Not really, exactly. I can be like I can express myself right easily. I've been working in this kind of works like where I have to talk. If not, it's not possible to communicate yourself. So
I like to joke with my friends who have artist disease. I mean it like as a term of endearment, like as a good thing. It's like, if you have artist disease, it's this song, it's this painting, it's this other thing, it's this poem, it's this book. It's not me and you saying, isn't the weather nice? It's over here.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what you're doing right now.
Yes, it's part of my life. Yes.
So you brought some of the experience. Tell us what's going on over here.
Well, this is something really interesting thing. I really like this thing. It was like
what is it?
It is a gift coming from Café Diversa, and it's basically a sieve. So you can ground the coffee, put it in here, and then this is a part of a sieve. So you sieve the coffee, you move in here, and you will separate the small particles from this part to here.
Can I hold it?
Yes. So basically, that's a really interesting piece used to separate particles.
So your whole world is about filtering.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Seems like
it's about separate things. Yes. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So what's this other thing?
This is also super important. This is an Alaia. I forgot the name in English, but it's a.
Say it in Spanish. It's all good.
It's an Alaia. It's like basically to measure the amounts of coffee here first, then the amount of water in the end, like scale. That's the word. It's on a scale, and it's basically like.
What do you use this for? Like, give an example.
This is to make ratios. So like you put the ground coffee here, you know you have 17 grams, for example. So you can do the ratio. And the ratio sometimes is 1/2. So if we got 17 grams of coffee here, in the end, the result is going to be the double.
Hey, Kaya, did you know any of this stuff about... No. He's explaining? It's kind of cool.
Yes, this is really nice.
So this is what Santiago's doing in the back there while we're staring at his back as he's moving around all over the place making everything.
Yeah, this could be a really expensive thing. The gear and coffee, the gadgets, all the gadgets could be really expensive things.
So you also brought an actual
bag
of coffee beans.
This is Olo Alaia bag of coffee. This is really interesting because it's one of the first times that we brought an aerobic process to the store. The anaerobic process is a process in the farms when the people start to dry the beans. They put it in containers to ferment a little bit without oxygen. So they seal the container with water inside and the beans. They leave it to ferment. Mm-hmm. Like maybe in 2 days it's gonna be done, and that increases the flavors in the beans.
And then on the back you have a label
all the
that tells
informations,
you.
Yeah. All the
maybe explain to everybody what that.
Yeah, we got the elevation, where it comes from. Usually in Costa Rica we got 8 different regions, producer regions, including Guanacaste and Tarrazú, one of the most famous.
What's your favorite region that you like for your personal preference?
So far, Tarrazú is my best choice. Yeah, like Tarrazú is really, really great. It is influenced by 2 different climates at the same time.
The Pacific. Okay, so you get a nice blend there.
Yes, it's a nice Pacific hot climate, and then the mountains are like windy and really cold at night. So that's why Tarrazú is a really amazing area. It's actually certified as a region already, international.
That's cool. I worked with a company for a little while that I just helped sell the product, but they sold chia. Mm-hmm. And what they used to explain was if you can get different elevations mm-hmm. and 2 different climates mixed together, like mm-hmm. it really helped add to the potency.
Yes.
As opposed to just a bunch of seeds in a bag for super cheap. They were trying to explain that it's a lot more valuable to have something blended mm-hmm. than just mm-hmm. one. So it sounds like that's what you're describing.
Yes, and it's also important the soils, like if there are a lot of minerals on. If there are new soils are great because obviously there is a lot of minerals that helps to the plants to grow more solid, with obviously the altitude is also important because that makes compact the beans inside. If you can grow coffee here in this altitude, you can grow plants in here, but in the end it's no flavors in the beans. You got to be like the gravity is really important in coffee.
Interesting.
The gravity and the altitude helps a lot to be consistent, solid, compact beans, strictly hard beans.
I'm learning a lot. So what's this thing back here?
Well, this is really interesting. It's one of my favorite gears, like the methods to brew coffee, and basically like this is like similar to like something. This is to press. You can press the coffee here inside, and then you can ground the coffee here, put the water. It's really easy to use. It's just water, coffee inside here, this capsule. Then you press it, and then you will filter it here. You will put a cloth filter or paper filter or even stainless steel.
So people travel with these?
Yeah, this is easy to travel. It's like you never broke this. Like it was invented by a toy company in US. So it's one of the newest devices.
So we're gonna see a lot more of those in the future. It sounds like.
Probably, yeah. It's actually like a lot of different competitions, like.
This stuff's on the way. So what? You have some books, and this is the type of books that you have: Craft Coffee and the Coffee Dictionary.
Yes, I'm using those books to be. It's always important. Like this is not a personal thing, This is not about Santiago. It's even not about the customer. It's about the farmers. It's about the roasters. It's about the plants. Also, it's about communities. It's nothing personal. It's just about like the relationship between people.
Is that always how you have felt, or is that new, like feeling this way? Because that's a very interesting way of looking at it. It's not about you. It's not about your customers.
No.
It's about everything else that you just said.
Exactly. Obviously, when we share the coffee, we are doing like a culture. We are promoting a culture. It's nothing personal. It's more like the culture that we can generate about the coffee, around the coffee.
Do you feel that way every time you hand someone one of your drinks? Like, do you have that in you, or do you have to remind yourself?
I can imagine a world without coffee. That's the thing. So if I can imagine the world without coffee, it's gonna be like I don't know, super empty. You know, like.
Wow.
Like
so this is your art,
nothing,
man. Like
this is
your
it's
nothing,
become
a part of you.
Yes, it's nothing. You know, you need something to share with another person. If not, like communication, yeah, we got the words, we can talk, yes, of course, but we need something about, like, to talk about. You know, we need something. We need an object, but that object creates an experience. It's not just the object, obviously. It's like the object itself is empty also. It needs to be related with people. But it's like, I believe there is like a big chain of things, you know, related with each other. So starting with the producer who grows the plants in the farm and give them love, and then until the end, like there's the barista. The barista, one of them, we can see like there in this book, Jessica Easto say there is the one of the most important things, basically the 50% in a cup of quality, a quality cup, the 50% is coming from the farm, the 50%. The 25% is coming from the roast. The 20% is coming from the water. The quality of the water is really important for coffee. Obviously, coffee is almost water. And then the rest is like probably the 10% of the 5% is just the barista. The barista is not important. It's just the last part of a big chain of different stuffs. The National Association say a plant produced per year, one plant produced per year, less than a pound, almost 2 pounds, but in the roast process you will lose the 20%, so it's not a lot, you know, it's not a lot of coffee. And right now Costa Rica is replaced the farms replaces the farms. Right now the concrete is like more and more concrete, and then replace the farmers and the farms and the coffee.
Wow.
So that's another thing. Obviously the climate is affecting also.
Well, it's interesting. Like, this is a big deal. Not only as an industry, but it's a big deal to you.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I appreciate you like sharing this. I think people who see you every day, or if they just see you on your trips, they're going to get to know you a lot more through this. Yes. So I appreciate you being so open in it.
Yes.
I totally get it, because you're blending your artwork and your daily life, and that's a big part of you. And you're not just doing it for the money. You're saying like, this is you.
I take it seriously. Recently I certified myself as a barista by the Specialty Coffee Association. The Specialty Coffee Association is one of the most important association in the world. If you want to be barista, like recognized in all the world, you have to be a Specialty Coffee Association barista.
Well, hey, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's really cool. So do you enjoy trying other people's coffee, or do you just want to drink yours? And the reason I ask that is because we've had a lot of restaurant people on the podcast, and I've talked with a lot of people, and many restaurant owners are like, no, I can't eat anyone else's stuff. It's just me. I just can't do it. And then every now and then you find people who enjoy everything.
Yes.
Which type are you?
I'm that kind of people at the last.
Really?
Yeah, I really can enjoy whatever. I mean, like, I never concern about what the coffee comes from. Sometimes I'm just need coffee, you know.
So if you go to somewhere else to get coffee, what type do you order?
I'm usually try what is like, probably if I go to a place they have an espresso machine, I will order an Americano. Probably there is just espresso and water. But if the place is really good and I know there is a barista behind the bar, I will order an espresso. That's the most hardest drink to brew.
Okay.
Why? Because the espresso is just the espresso. In the Americano is the water, so you can hide things if you do it wrong. In the cappuccino you have the milk, so you can hide also if you did something wrong with the espresso, you can hide it. But
that's it. So espresso and Americano.
Yes,
those are your go-tos.
Yes, exactly. That's what I like it better. Yeah, and but the espresso is really hard to brew. Yeah, because the espresso is only the espresso. Yeah, it's nothing else. It's what it is. So
when people order an espresso, are you like, okay, I have to focus?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Okay, so it's not the same thing as a standard coffee.
That's why I'm really serious. Like sometimes it's two reasons. One is because I'm really focused about my job, and the two is because I'm a kind of shy person. I mean, it's when I'm in the beginning, probably. Right. So, hey,
if I had to guess, because I've seen you basically every day for a couple of years now, and I've watched how you interact with people. What this is just my opinion.
Yes.
If someone has something like of substance to talk about that's like a little bit more profound, you open up really quick.
Exactly.
And if somebody wants to just talk about basic things,
exactly,
you don't seem to care at all.
Yes, exactly. Maybe because I don't want to spend time. Obviously, my energy is really important in my place. So I really want to keep my energy in when I need to talk about coffee, because it takes me too much energy. I really like to expend my energy in something that I know there is gonna be good for my job, good for the culture, you know. And obviously, as an artist also, I'm a painter, so I'm thinking a lot about things. I read a lot. I really like to read, so my mind is always like thinking about different things. And obviously, if I'm start to hear like people like talking about like, I don't know, like basic things, as you said, probably I can like, and I'm doing coffee also, so I'm thinking two things at the same times. I can add like a third one because it's gonna be a mess.
Hey, you need a button or a light. Like you're like, all right, you can talk to me. Turn on the light. I'm accepting questions and nonsense daily talk.
Exactly.
And then when you all right, that's enough. You turn off the light.
Exactly.
That's a good idea.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and well, it's an amazing job. I really enjoy to be in Olo Alaia.
Yeah, let's talk about Olo Alaia for a little bit. So, how do you like it? Actually, I have a more important question. Who makes the coffee when you're not there?
That's a funny question. Well, Robbie is my boss. He's also like really enthusiastic of with the coffee. He loves coffee. He really appreciates a really good cup of coffee.
You're right, because when he was in here for his podcast, we talked about coffee, and he means it. Like, he really wanted to provide the best product that he could. And also, before you came in, when he was explaining, he's like, Rich, I don't want just a normal person or a normal barista. Like, I want something really solid. And then you showed up. So I figured that he must have been pretty happy with finding you. And you must have been pretty committed to move to Nosara, because it's expensive here. It's dusty, a lot of competition.
Yes.
So anyway, it seems like things are working out.
Yes. If I think about this thing, like Robbie is a really amazing surfer. If I want to be a surfer, I can be like him. He's a lot of experience already. You know, it's the same about me. I'm more experienced in coffee than him. So this is what it happens.
So Robbie's coffee's no good and your coffee's pretty great.
We are learning, you know. We are.
I'm just kidding, Robbie. That was a joke.
And maybe I'm not doing the best cup of coffee in the world, right? Mm-hmm. So we were always like experiencing about the product, but I believe the can be better all the time. Like we can get a better product all the time.
What's your best product that you make? What's your what one are you most proud of? Is the espresso?
This espresso, okay. Yes, probably the espresso.
And then what's the most common order? What do people order the most?
What's the most common order is probably is a latte. Is the latte. The latte and the cappuccino. Those two are the most important products. I really focus to trying to sell the bags. I want to people keep a bag with them because like the bags are important for us. It's like how we can promote the farmers, and we are already like doing straight deals with the farmers. So we buy straight from the farm. It's a fair trade coffee.
Nice. So if you can get repeat business and have a solid business, you can make a bigger commitment to the farmers.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. Who's your biggest customer here in Nosara? Like who are your most common clients that you see or guests?
So far is Rick.
Yep, Rick Wilkins.
Rick Wilkins.
Yep, he's got to be up there.
Yes. He is so far our best customer.
Nice.
Yes, he's always there. He's like he really likes the place and like that. Yeah, we had a lot of people coming all the time, but there are really
seems like Kurzbard's a pretty good one.
Kurzbard,
when he's in town.
Yes, when he's in town, he's one of the most. He's always there. Also, yeah, there is some people like even when some people are going come back home, they come like sorry
no worries. A lot of people live here part-time.
Yes, exactly. So people come back and then they say it again, like I really remember your coffee with
that's gotta feel good.
Yes, and I feel good because I'm promoting this place. It's actually I want to promote this place as a place like people can come, drink a good cup of coffee, then surf, then go to a good restaurant and eat something good, you know.
Gotcha. Well, yes. Again, that's back to the experience.
Yes.
The way you talk is through providing the experience.
Yeah, the experience, exactly.
That's pretty good stuff.
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this. What do you dislike about Nosara?
Well, not a lot of things. Maybe just the road.
Roads, that's a common one. Most everyone says that.
Yes, the roads and I believe the other thing that I was thinking is like we need to build more places for the workers. Right now, San Jose workers, when they come to here to work, it's becoming common already. They need like places to live, but you know, I believe there is gonna be cool if Guiones develop a place for like workers coming from San Jose or something like that. Because
I want to jump in because what you're saying is very common, and one of the biggest issues here is we don't have long-term rentals.
Exactly.
Although we have very few. We have a couple, but we don't have very many. And there's a lot of people who want to move here who can't afford to live here.
Yes, there are more businesses coming, but we workers for those businesses, but they don't, there's no place for live.
That's a smart one. You're right. That is a challenge for our area.
So it is important to develop.
So the road and dust, and then also the lack of affordable places to live.
Exactly. There is.
Those are pretty good dislikes. Those are.
Yes.
Those are accurate as well.
Yes, and the other thing probably is related with, but it's not a big deal. I mean, like I just want to see more cultural activities. Cultural activities like, I don't know, music, more art shows, more more music, more dance, more I don't know, like this kind of things that are more cultural.
I'm trying to find a way to get a bit of a community center going where bands, music, and just go down the list. Mm-hmm. I'd like to get a spot where gringos and ticos can interact, like a happy place. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like an outdoor playground for like adults and kids, and a place where local kids can come learn and get education so that they can get jobs here and survive and have a good quality of life. But at the same time, the people who are vacationing here can learn a lot about the area and they can give back. So that's a big life goal of mine. I'm trying to use my job to get to there. Like that's... And also like this podcast, I hope people listen and they hear that and they want to support it. Yeah. So you're already doing that. And I just want to say, listening to you, it's very impressive to hear like you're very intense and to put this energy into what you actually do. Like it was very nice to hear you describe that. Yeah. And I hope people get a better read on you. Yeah. So if you're not slapping high fives as they're walking out the door, they still know you were there. You were very committed to that.
A human being, like,
and you crack very good jokes. You just don't start being sarcastic until you get to know someone.
Yes, it's really interesting. When you are a barista, you turn in like a technician, basically. Is a technician, like working with a machine. It's basically you are pressing buttons and that was it. But you can always share with people, and some people can appreciate that. That's also important. Obviously, I wanna be like a person who share with people and give them the best product they ever had. The best coffee ever had.
That's the quote of the episode. We should make that the title.
Right. Yes.
Santiago's committed to giving you the best coffee you've ever had.
Exactly. That's what I want to do all the time.
Nice, man. Yes. All right. So, interesting question for you. What are your 3 favorite restaurants in Nosara? In no particular order.
And what do you like to get there? Order. Yeah. Okay.
Just off the top of your head, just.
Okay. My favorite place in Nosara. Okay, this is a really interesting question. The most that I visit is because my girlfriend she loves El Basilico, the pizza there. So we always go in there at least once a week.
What do you get?
This is a Greek pizza. Okay, it's really great.
Yep, that's a common. People say that a lot on here.
Yes.
So what's next?
Next is La Luna, because the place is magical. It's really magical, and the food is amazing. Obviously.
What do you like at La Luna the most?
Well, the plate that it comes from with the shrimps and like a lot of the little dishes. Like hummus. I don't know.
Is that the Mediterranean platter?
And that's correct. Yeah.
I've heard that a couple times too. I actually like that.
Yes, that one.
The hummus is really good.
And the third one is gonna be a local.
A local.
I really like a local.
Now, why do you like a local?
The food is great. The beers are great there also.
I thought you were gonna say you like it because of their whole commitment to free range and just all of the extra steps that they do to try to provide an experience.
Yes.
I figured you would recognize that since you work very hard to do that.
Yes, exactly. El Local is an amazing place. And but also La Luna.
All right, those are pretty good ones. El Basilico, La Luna, and El Local.
El Local, yes.
That's a pretty solid lineup.
Yes. If I have to recommend a place, I will recommend first La Luna, because I know the people is gonna be an amazing experience. But then I will recommend Harmony Hotel, because it's like you never be disappointed there.
What's your favorite thing at the Harmony?
The ceviche is amazing.
Okay.
The ceviche, yeah, it's one of the best ceviches that I ever had in my life. And also I would recommend El Local. Yeah, that's the three.
Oh, at El Local, what's your favorite thing there? I forgot to ask.
Well, I really like the burgers. Yeah, that's my favorite plate there.
Right on.
All the types.
While you have this platform, is there any kind of message or anything you'd like for people to hear?
Well, I just want to say I want to be a better barista every time, because I wanna create like I want to be an example for the people who are working here in town. And obviously I'm not the best barista, but I want to be a good barista. I want to be a good barista, and I want to see more this kind of people who can commit with their jobs, and try. We need all to create a better place to live, and we need a better place for the rest of the people who are coming every time here. We need to be better people and doing good things for the rest of the we are living together in this world, and we need to be cool with the rest, and bring all the time our best vibes, and yeah. So always the job is one of the best moments to give good things for the rest, and so yeah, basically I want to be one of those guys.
Right on, man. Yes. Well, I'd say you're well on your way, and a lot of people appreciate you.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming on here. I really enjoyed having you on.
Thank you for the invitation, and I really appreciate.
Yes, sir. Last question. So, do aliens exist?
Definitely. I can say. Oh man, I'm a really I try to be more scientific, prove it, and.
But you said definitely, so I take that as a yes.
Definitely is a maybe.
Definitely maybe. I love the ambiguity.
Yeah,
that was perfect.
Yeah, but I've been watching a lot of stuff recently, but say yes is a really hard thing,
So you're open to the idea, you just need proof.
I need a proof. Same than God, people say, okay, God exists, but he never appears, so I don't know if he exists or not. I mean, obviously it's like a subjective thing.
Right, and when people are like, well, look all around, for you that doesn't
make sense. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, it's like, but maybe, I mean, the universe is really, really big, but the creation of the image of the alien is like, on my opinion, is like a cartoon. The alien is a cartoon, Maybe it's something more complex than that, but the thing is, we got this world. We are in a capsule, so it's hard to think about other kind of life, how they survive, how they breathe, if they breathe, these kind of things.
I get you. Well, hey man, around here in your world, you've created a pretty cool one.
Yes, I wanna do that. Yes, definitely, it's my goal all the time. Yes.
Thanks for coming on, dude. I appreciate it. It was good getting to know you a lot better, and hopefully people come check out your stuff if they haven't already at Olo Alaia. And please. If they have checked it out, hopefully they come back.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.